But hello children. Now let us discuss some more questions from the exercise 1.3. Okay, in the previous session, the last class we discussed up to question number 4. Okay, now question number 5 we are going to discuss now. See this here. What can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? Perform the division to check your answer. We need to do the long division method. How many digits is repeated in this block? Clear? Now see this one. Solution. Given that rational number is 1 by 17. Now I am going to find out the long division method. I am going to do division. Now see this here. If you keep one decimal point, you get only one zero. Should keep one more zero and zero here. Okay. Now 17 5s are how much, my dears? 17 5s are, it will become 85. Okay. And subtract these two. 100 minus 85 is 15. Clear? 100 minus 85 is 15. 15 is not possible in 17 table. 150 will get here. 17 9s are how much, my dears? 17 9s is it possible? 17 9s are 153. So 17 9s is not possible. You need to do 17 8s. What is 17 8s? That is 136. 136. Is it 136? Right. Now see this here. When you subtract these two, 150 minus 136 is 14. Now you just remember what are the reminders we are getting here. Here it is 15, that is 1 5, and here 1 4. Okay, 14 again 0. Now again you need to take 8s. So again 136. Clear? When you subtract these two, you will get here what you are going to get here. 140 minus 136 is 4. Okay, decimal and keep 0. 40. Now 17 which table we are going to get 40? 17 2s are 34. So I am going to get here 2. That is 34. So 40 minus 34 will become 6. Again 60. 60 means 7 3. 17 3s are 17 4s are will become 68. So 17 3s are 51. Subtract 90 will get. Again you will get 17 5s are 85. When you subtract you will get 90 minus 85 is 50. I'm going to do here 50. Clear? 50 we got. Now again 17 2s are, that is 34. When you subtract 50 minus 34 is 16. We got 160. 160 is nothing but 17 8s are 136. 17 9s are 9 7s are 63. Right, 153. 17 9s are 153. It will become 7. 70 again 17 4s are 68. Okay, that is this will become 2. Again we got 20. 17 1s are 17. So we got here remainder is how much is? Remainder will become 3. So that is 30. Now again 17 1s are 17. When subtracting 30 minus 17, we get 130. So now we got 130. 130 means again 17 8s are 136. 17 7s are, how much will be here? 17 7s are 7 7s are 49. That is 119. When you subtract this, you get 11. So now 11 is nothing but again 110. 17 5s are, right, 17 5s are 85. When you subtract and 110 minus 85 is how much here? This will become 25. Is it 25? Hey, 110 minus 85 is 15. 1 second. So now it will become 130 minus this is 110. So 17 6 are, sorry, 17 6 are 102. Sorry my dears. 17 6 are 102. So 17 6 are 102. When you subtract 110 minus 102, you become 8. So again 80. So now 6 are, so 17 4s are again, we get 68. Okay, this will become how much here? 80 minus 68 is equal to 12. So 12 is not possible in 17 table. So keep decimal, it will become 0. 120 means 17 sevens are how much? It will become 119. 17 sevens are 119. So we got as 1 as the remainder. So now see this, how many digits we got here? 0.0588235294117647. After 7 again we got 1. That means again we get 0 0. Okay, again this process will get something. So therefore here what can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits? How many number of digits? So therefore here I am going to write the quotient that is 0.588 okay, 2352 94 continuation 94117 so these many digits are repeated. These many digits will be repeated once again. That is, how many are there? Just count it. How many are there? Right, my dear sir. See this here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So therefore 16 digits will be repeated. 16 digits are repeated. Clear, my dears? So this is the process. When you divide 1 with 17, 16 digits, after 16 digits again the process will become start again 100. That means 0 will start again here. After 7 you get 0, again 0 5 8 8 2 3 5 2 9 4 1 1 7 6 4 7. So 16 digits, after 16 digits the repetition is this is a non-terminating recurring decimal number. Okay, this is a you need to do in your class. Now let us discuss question number 9. 3 bits. Classify the given numbers, whether it is a rational number or irrational number. Now we are discussing about the definition of irrational numbers. Did you observe here in that? So irrational numbers are square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5, square root of 6, square root of 7, square root of 8, square root of 10, square root of 11. Means if you observe all those prime numbers, square root of any prime number is always an irrational number. Keep it in mind, square root of any prime number is always an irrational number. So that is the solution. So solution here, so it is an irrational number. It is an irrational number. Clear, my dears? This is the solution only. Clear? Square root of, you can write that. Square root of any prime number is always an irrational number. This is clear, my dear? Keep in mind. Okay, square root of any prime number, it is always an irrational number. Coming to third one, here solution given that 0.3796. Can you observe here? See here, after 6 there is no digits, even there is no dots also. Okay, it is ended with 0, remained with 0. So this can be written as 3796 divided by decimal 1 4 zeros. So therefore it is a rational number. It is a rational number because it is in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Now coming to your fifth question, solution given that that is 1.10, 100, 100, 140, again 1 as Did you observe here any digits are repeated here? Means particular digits are repeated here. In the previous exams we discussed when we divide 1 by 7 or 10 by 3, it is 3.3333. Only 3 is repeated. That's why it is a recurring decimal. Okay, that is an automatic recurring decimal. Now coming to here, see this here. There is no particular value is repeated here. Means here 10, then again 100, then again 1000, again 10,000. Clear? Next 5 zeros 1 lakh. There is no repetition here. Particular value, particular block is not repeating here. So therefore it is an irrational number. Just keep it in mind always. Irrational number. See, there is no particular block is not repeating. Clear, my dear sir? That's why it is an irrational number. Is this clear? Is this clear, my dears? Right. Please note down this. Right, children. Let us discuss that representing real numbers on the number line. Now, see this. Let us take one example. Visualize 3.765 on the number line by using successive magnification. What is the meaning of successive magnification? I told you between two rational numbers there are infinitely rational numbers, and every rational number is a real number. Clear? If you observe your scale, okay, between two numbers there are 10 lines are there. Okay. Again, if you take two lines in between those two, okay, again in between those two lines you have 10 lines more again. Okay. Now see this here. How I am going to solve this problem? Just observe here. So given that is a 3.765 is a rational number. How we are going to solve? By using successive magnification. That is first of all, see this here. The given number is lies between which two numbers? Here, this is the whole part, this is decimal part. Whole part is 3. After 3 we will be having 4. Clear? 3 and 4. This value lies between 3 and 4. So now, the given value is lies between 3 and 4. So we need to draw a line, number line like this. Okay? Draw the number line. Now this is 0, 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Now in between 4 and 5 we will be having 10 lines. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clear? Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a little bit big one. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this value will become 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 4. So 3.1. Now we required see after we have to see the first after decimal first value. It is 3.7. Okay, 3.7. Where it will be? This is 3.5. Now 3.6, 3.7. This is 3.7. What is the next one? This is 3.8. Clear? So now I am going to take 3.7 and 3.8. Clear, my dears? I am going to take this is 3.7 and this is 3.8. I am going to take it inside a little bit. So now again in these two numbers 3.7, 3.8. Again you have 10 more lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Clear? So this will become 3.71, 3.72, 3.73, 3.73. Okay, this is 3.75. Right? This is 3.76. Now this is 3.77. Clear? So I got 3.7 I got. Then after 7 you will be having 6. So 3.76 lies between 3.76 and 3.77. In between these two. Clear? Now take this is I am going to consider that one. These two values I am going to take here. Clear? Continuation part 3.76 and the last 3.77. I am going to take here, this is 3.76 and it will become 3.77. Okay? 3.76 and 3.77. Now see this way. 3.76 and 3.77. So we are going to take that. Again, in between this we have 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is clear, my dears? So this is a 3.76, 3.761, 3.762, 3.763, 3.764. This is 3.765. Is clear, my dears? So we got 3.765 is lies between like this. That is a successive magnification. We need to complete it. That number line you please draw here. Okay? You please draw here. Then you will be able to understand easily. This is clear, my dears? This is a process to you need to represent a real number on the number line by using successive magnification. This is clear, my dears? Do you understand that? Clear? See here, first of all, whatever the given number, you have to find out this value lies between which two values. First of all, you need to find out that one. So here 3.765 is given. This value lies between 3 and 4. In between 3 and 4, you will be having 10 lines are there. So take first value, first decimal place. That is 3.7. So 3.7 and 3.8. Clear? See this here 3.76 lies between 3.7 and 3.8. So take those two values on the number line, separate it. Again you should write 3.76 and 3.77. Again you should take 3.76 and 3.77 on the number line and represent 3.765 on this. Clear? This is 3.765. Did you understand here, my dears? Clear? Now, children, let us discuss operations on real numbers. Okay, real numbers is nothing but the combination of rational and as well as irrational numbers. The combination of both the rational numbers and as well as irrational numbers. Together we can call it as a real numbers. Now, suppose let us take one irrational number. Let us take root 6 is an irrational number. Okay, so now I am going to add a minus root 6. See this here, both are different numbers. Both are different irrational numbers. By adding these two, what you are going to get here? By adding root 6 minus root 6, it will become 0. Okay? When you subtract, what you will get here? Subtract root 6 plus root 6 will get. That is 2 into root 6. Clear? When you multiply root 6 into minus of root 6, it will become minus 6. Clear? When you divide root 6 divided by minus root 6, both will be cancelled, you will get minus 1. Now what did you observe here? Add, subtract, multiply, division. By adding these two, you are going to get 0. By subtracting, you will get a irrational number. By multiplying, you will get a rational number. By division, you will get again rational number. Okay, is it possible in all the cases? Let us discuss one more example. Let us take that root 2 and root 3 are two different irrational numbers. Okay, by adding these two, what are you going to get here? Root 2 plus root 3. We cannot add these two because root 3 is separate and root 3 is a separate number. Both are two different irrational numbers. By adding these two, again you get one more irrational number. When you subtract, okay, when you subtract, what are you going to get here? Root 2 minus root 3. Again it is one more, another irrational number. When we multiply, it will become root 2 into root 3, which is equal to square root of 2 into 3, that is square root of 6. Now division, when we divide these two, root 2 divided by root 3. So in the denominator part, I don't want to see any rational number. You should multiply divide with root 3 into root 3. This will become root 6 by 3. Now observe here, in this case and in this case. This is the case 1, in this case 2. If you observe these two cases, in the first case, when we add two irrational numbers, we get addition will become rational number. When you subtract irrational number, multiply irrational number, and division also will get rational number. But coming to here, in all these four cases, in these four, when you adding or subtracting or multiply or division, in each and every case we got irrational number only. So we cannot say that whether the given irrational numbers, when you are adding or subtracting or multiplying division, we will get again an irrational number. Okay, we cannot say that it may or may not be. Either you can add or subtract or multiply or divide or division. We will get again. It may be irrational number or may not be irrational number, depend on the condition and situation also. This is clear, my dear. Keep it in mind. Addition of two irrationals need not be a rational number always, because this is the example. What is that? Addition of two irrationals need not be a rational or need not be an irrational. May or may not be rational. May or may not be irrational number. This is the example here. Here there are two examples are there. In both the cases, we are adding two irrational numbers, two different irrational numbers. In the first case we got 0, that is a rational number. In the second case we got an irrational number. So we cannot say sum of two irrationals need not be a rational or irrational, depend on the condition. Now coming to subtractor, here we got one irrational number, there also we got irrational number. Then we can say, is it possible in every case? No, we cannot say that. Let us take one more example to subtract these two. Now see this here. Let us take that here. Suppose 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. When we subtract these two, 2 plus root 3 and root 3 minus 2, I am going to take that is root 3 minus 2. When we subtract these two, what are you going to get here? When you subtract these two, you will get 2 plus root 3 minus root 3 plus 2. So this will cancel, 4 we got. Now see this here, in this case, there are two different irrational numbers. When we subtract these two, we will get rational number. Even we cannot say when you subtract two irrational number, maybe, may not be, maybe or may not be rational or irrational number. Coming to multiply, here when we multiply these two, we got a rational number. But coming here multiply, we got a rational number. Clear? So now when we coming to division, when we divide two irrational numbers, maybe a rational number or maybe an irrational number. We cannot say every time we get as a rational number, and we cannot say every time we get as a irrational number. So keep it in mind, these are the examples to discuss that when we add or subtract or multiply or division, may or may not get as a rational or irrational number, depend on the situation, depend on the given rational, irrational numbers. This is clear, my dears? So based on this, we will have some examples we are going to discuss now. Now, let us discuss one example. See this here, they given two irrational numbers, they are going to add these two irrational numbers. What we are going to get here? Now, solution. Given that, observe clearly, given that 2 into root 2 plus 5 into root 3 and root 2 minus 3 root 3. We are going to add these two. Normal addition only. Now, which is implies by adding, what you are going to put here? By adding, now which is implies 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus root 2 minus 3 root 3. Now see this like terms. Like terms means see this here. Here square root of 2, here also square root of 2. Both are square roots of 2 only. So these two are like terms. So 2 plus 1 equal to how much? 3. Which is implies 3 root 2 plus no root 3. Both are like terms. 5 root 3 minus 3 root 3. 5 minus 3 is equal to how much? 2. So 2 into root 3. We got the answer is 3 root 2 plus 2 into root 3. This is clear, my dears? Now, let us discuss one more example how to multiply that. Let us discuss one more example. Did you understand this here? So, it just when you are adding and subtracting, you please see the like terms. Square root of 2, here also square root of 2. Both are like terms, we are adding. And here square root of 3, here also square root of 3. You should subtract these two because one is plus, one is minus. That is the normal operations only. You can apply it with the solution. Now, copy this. Let us discuss one more example. Now, see this here. Example 14 and multiply 6 root 5 and 2 root 5. Now, see this here. Both are like decimals. Sorry, like irrationals. Both are like irrationals. Root 5 and as well as also root 5. Now given that 6 root 5 and 2 root 5. 2 into root 5. Now we are going to multiply by multiplying 6 root 5 into 2 root 5. So you should multiply first of all this numerical value to this numerical value. Before the square root value, whatever we have, that you need to multiply first of all. 6 into 2 is how much? 6 into 2 into root 5 into root 5. Clear? Now which is implies 6 2s are 12 into root 5 into root 5 is nothing but how much? Root 5 whole square, which is nothing but root 5 whole square. Squares what we cancel, you will get 12 into 5, which is equal to 60. So therefore 6 root 5 into 2 root 5 is equal to 60 is the answer. See this here, both are irrational numbers. When multiplying these two, when we multiply these two irrational numbers, we got the as a rational number answer. Okay. Now coming to your example 15. Now see this here. Divide 8 root 15 by 2 root 3. Okay. So now given that 8 root 15 divided by 2 root 3. Now it is implies. So 8 root 15 by 2 root 3, which is implies. So 8 into root 15 you need to write in prime factorization. Okay, 15 given as 5 into 3. Okay, by 2 into root 3. Now which is implies 2 1s are 2 4s are going to cancellation. 4 into this square is separate for both the values. We can separate for both the values. Root 5 into root 3. 4 into root 5 into root 3 by square root of 3. Now see this here. In the numerator and denominator we have root of 3, root of 3. We can cancel both the values. What is the value here? 4 root 5. So therefore here we got as an irrational number. So 8 root 15 when we divide with 2 root 3, the answer will become 4 into root 5. Is this clear, my dears? We cannot expect every time we will get either rational number or irrational number. Depend on the situation, depend on the given values, we will get the solution. Keep it in mind always. Please complete these two examples. Let us note on the homework. So, right children, I hope you understood today whatever we discussed. Clear? So now, here today's homework is exercise 1.3. Question number 6, 7 and 8, as well as question number 9, second bit and as well as fourth bit. Please complete this homework in your class. Thank you. Have a nice day.